the way that they work, you'll end up having things too lopsided, or they won't know what to do, or they'll be switching between things as they go along. So it's really important to not overdo it with the priorities. If you have too many priority one top objectives or jobs, then it'll become less and less efficient and take more time to complete each task. But we're going to go ahead and put the stockpile in here for cotton. Again, I'm going to leave room for the workshops. Goods. So, cloth. We're just going to do all cloth except for bandage. And also seeds. And wheat. And I guess clippings too. We'll do all those. Back. There's a lot of bloody copper. Man. That's like 50 or 60, I think. And again, this shows the totals for everything, even stuff that's not inside of a stockpile. Ironically, even though it's supposed to only be for stocks. 67 ore, pretty close. I'll take it. Normally when an enemy is spotted, the game will automatically pause and take you to the location where that enemy was spotted at. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes it doesn't stop the game and just goes and continues, so you really need to pay attention to the events down there. Because it is really easy for a goblin with a hand axe to kill your gnomes that aren't part of your military, because they don't have any way of protecting themselves. Although, you may be able to assign equipment to them somehow. I'm not really sure how. But it may be possible. Another note on rain is that rain does build up. If you have an area that's completely walled off, eventually it's probably going to fill up with water as time goes on. That is kind of a technique you can use. So you can take an area completely walled up in stone and create a like a makeshift well with that. If you don't have any water on the map. But if you do have water like we have here, then it's not really a problem. Lots and lots of copper. Whoops, cancel job. Alright, there we go. Essentially what we're going to do here now is we're going to make this into our, we're going to keep our ore here, metal ore here, and our ingots over here. And we'll put the, blacksmith and all the metal working people in this area here. So actually let's extend it out a bit more. Because there are quite a few metalworking, shops. We'll also create another entrance there to that, so they have more direct access to the coal that we'll store here. Probably store furniture in this area here. More dirt. So now let's go ahead and move these two out of here and move them down here where they should be. Build furniture storage bag. Build. There, we'll need to make new bags though in order to store more of this stuff in there. But we have to wait for blocks before we can build any of those other ones. So we're still waiting on these stupid miners to get done with what they're doing. This air is really thick with trees. Let's go ahead and knock some of these down. Just for the wood there. Let's do a bit more foraging as well. Just for the food. We're getting low on food already. The first winter is always the hardest. If you can survive the first winter, the second and third winters and onward are a lot easier because you'll have a lot more food output potential. But the first ones are always the hardest. Because it's so hard to get, holy crap. It's so hard to get a decent amount of food built up for that first winter. However, there are a hell of a lot of apple trees here. Instead of cutting down apple trees, you should just forage them. That way, they can produce more food over time for you. It's actually also worth building an orchard. So you can, of apple trees, so you can do that as well. Have another source of food. But trees take for damn ever to grow. I think it's like 2.5, 3 years for a tree to grow. You can also grow trees inside of your mountains as well. So you have access to food that's not going to be, open to potential attacks, like these ones are out here. But it takes a while for that to pay off. It takes a very long time for that to pay off. But it is somewhat worth the investment. Here you can see our work is already paying off by increasing their digging speed here. At least for this guy. This one's still kind of low on his mining abilities. A lot of dirt though. I mean, which is good because you get the areas cleared out a lot faster, but at the same time there's still a lot of dirt. Plus it doesn't add as much to the mining abilities as rocks do. Rock walls. So they're done clearing out everything else though, that's good. And we'll get some stones finally. Stone blocks. You're going to need about 900 to 1,000 food to make it through your first winter, but you'll need more and more as time goes on, because you'll have more gnomes. But at the same time, like I said, you'll have a lot more food potential, food and drink generation potential as you go on through the game, if you build up correctly. Okay, finally we're getting some blocks done here. So the first thing we want to do is to build a carpenter, or rather the well. And that gets built right on top of the water. That's interesting. Cancel job. Build. Workshop. Well. There we go. I'll take 10 stone and 10 planks in order for them to build that, or maybe 4, rather, of each. I'm also going to go ahead and build the carpenter as well. I'll put that right there. And that'll take 10 of each. Also, you'll see a tendency of workers stealing each other's materials. I don't know if that's been fixed or not, but it wasn't fixed in the previous version. You would actually have, if you had two things being created side by side, they would steal from each other to build the other one of the workshops or object that you're trying to build. The required materials, the same materials. Yeah, see here you could see they were taking planks over and storing them, I think. And then with the carpenter you can make all sorts of stuff. Beds are the key thing they can make, but also torches and barrels and crates and stuff too. So we want to make some more crates. And then also torches. This one here, this area here, we're going to store our furniture in. And I'll use the entire area for that. Designate area stockpile. Metal ore. Goods. Metal bar. Should actually be ingot. Alright, so for torches, they use coal and planks for making torches. Let's go ahead and move those crates over here. Build, workshop, cloth, loom, build. And we'll also go ahead and also, I guess, do the, oh no, we won't do that just yet. We'll need to, pretty soon though. Do the tailor as well, I think, because they'll do bandages, I believe. But I could be wrong. Actually, let's go ahead and cancel this and reposition it. Let's do some more blocks there. What we'll do here, same thing we did above, is just to dig out the entire area here. And we'll put storage here for food. Let's see, designated area, stockpile. Goods. Food. Maybe wondering why I'm not just going crazy with it, with this designation and just doing this whole area. Is because you can actually, if you do that, you'll put them on the outside too. You just wanted to get them on the inside of here. Oops, back. I'm gonna remove that designation. So we need to try and keep it in line with the what we currently need. Okay, so that'll be, they'll store food here. Which essentially will be strawberries and meat, bread, sandwiches, and apples and stuff like that. Already gotten some harvesting going on here. Pretty good. They're both sleeping. That's so funny. They both passed out while trying to work this thing. That's so funny. I'm not sure what this is, why this isn't getting built for though. I've obviously got the stone for it. Maybe we don't have the planks. Oh, that would be interesting. Maybe that is the problem, we don't have the planks to do so. That's probably what it is, we don't have enough planks. If you don't have the appropriate number of resources to build something, it won't actually start building it. So you have to have 10 planks and 10 blocks before this will start to be built. See, there you go. If it drops below the amount that's needed at any time, it'll still remain as being worked on, but you'll have to wait for the resources to come available. So build, storage, furniture, torch, build. As you can see, somebody stole some of that wood for something else. There used to be a couple planks there, now there was none. someone can go down there and stole the wood that was sitting there because it wasn't being used anymore. Since the person working on this passed out, and so there's nobody to pick up the building for it. But they'll also do it if they're actively being built. They'll also do it too, unless they fix that. In the latest version. Pretty much all those trees have been worked on now. There's got a ton of apples sitting around out here, waiting to be picked up. And again, here we are. No wood. So we're already storing some of our stuff down here. Gotta wait for more blocks to be built up before we can start on building the actual rooms, because it takes about 20 to 30 blocks per room. We don't quite have that amount of space, or rather amount of resources just yet. Crates are going to go a long way, so for the moment, so we're going to continue building those. We're actually going to go to Sawmill. We'll put a plank up here and we'll just hit it repeat, so it'll do it constantly. We won't have to worry about only producing what we need for the moment. That's pretty well placed, actually. Can pretty much the whole room with just one torch. This still isn't done yet. Too funny. They just keep on stealing resources. For the moment, I want to go ahead and put this up to priority 4 so that they work on this only. I want to get these rooms cleared out. Right now, so because we're already, as you can see, we're already falling behind on making sure this stays on top of things. We've got all that room, all this room down here. Then all this area up here as well that still hasn't gotten all the dirt and stuff out of there. So we're going to work on that for the moment. Looks like that'll finally get built this time. And what this guy will do is he'll take the wool here and he'll make bolts of cloth with it. And you can use those bolts of cloth to craft bandages and also beds. Let's have him go ahead and start building that up now. Two more days till trees are already ready for another harvesting. Cool. We're actually going to, this time, cut a clipping from these apple trees.